everyone. Today I will discussing the institution that govern international relations. These are international organizations that help countries work together, solve problems, and follow common rules. Example include the United Nations, World Bank, and World Trade Organization. Example, if two countries have a disagreement, they can talk through the UN instead of immediately fighting. Next is peace treaties and alliances, UN and NATO. So what is UN? UN is United Nations and NATO is North Atlantic Treaty Organization. The UN and NATO help countries maintain peace and security. They give countries a way to communicate, make agreement, and work together when there are problems. Example, the UN can send peacekeepers to help maintain peace in countries affected by conflict. The UN was created right after the World War II ended. It replaced the old League of Nations, which failed to stop war. U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt came up with the name United Nations. Its main job was simple: keep world peace and stop future wars. The General Assembly is like a global meeting room. Every UN country gets one vote and one voice. All 193 nations can share ideas, think about problems, and make plans together. It, it is the most open place of the global discussion. Security Council is smaller but very powerful. It has 15 members, 5 permanent members, UK, US, France, Russia, China, can say no to any decision. The other 10 serve for 2 years. They decide when to send peacekeeper or stop trouble. This group can order countries or follow rules, send peacekeeper to conflict zone, or even use force to keep peace. It has act in Africa, the Middle East, and Asia, but because the 5 big nations can veto strong disagreement, often slows things down. The UN does more than stop wars. UNICEF, which is United Nations Children's Fund, help children who keep people healthy. UNEP, which is United Nations Environmental Program, protect nature. They work to end poverty, fight hunger, and care for the planet through global goals like the Sustainable Development Goals. The International Court of Justice is the UN's main court. It settles fights between countries. The, there are also agreements like the law of the sea that set rules for oceans. These bodies make sure nations pay fair and solve issues.
Organizations in international relations, non-government organizations are private, voluntary, and non-profit organizations that operate independently from governments. Although they do not have authority to create laws or govern countries, NGOs plays an important role in international relations by promoting peace, human rights, environmental protection, humanitarian assistance, and development. They influence international policies, provide services, and represent the interests of people at the local, national, and global levels. Roles of NGOs in international relations, advocacy, and policy influenced non-government organizations raise awareness about global issues such as poverty, climate change, human rights violations, and public health concerns. They influence government and international organizations to create policies that address issues humanitarian access during natural disasters, wars, and humanitarian crises. NGOs provide emergency relief such as food, shelter, medical care, and education. They often reach communities more quickly than governments. Promotion of human rights. NGOs monitor and report human rights abuses around the world. They campaign for justice, equality, and protection of vulnerability. Populations, environment protections. Many NGOs work conserve natural resources. Natural resources protect wildlife and combat climate change. They encourage sustainability, development, practice globally conflict resolution, and peace building. NGO helps mediate conflicts, promote dialogue, and support peace-building efforts in areas affected by violence. Examples of non-government organization and international relations is Amnesty International promotes and protects human rights worldwide. International Committee of the Red Cross provides aid and protection during armed conflict and disasters. The World Trade Organization is an international organization that helps govern, regulate global trade among countries. It was established in 1995 and replaced the General Agreement on Traffics and Trade, or GATT. The main purpose of the WTO aims to make international trade more open, predictable, and fair. It provides rules that countries follow when they trade goods and services with one another. It creates and administers international trade agreements, provides a place where countries can negotiate trade and rules. It helps settle trade disputes between members of countries, monitors trade policies. It encourages the reduction of trade barriers such as tariffs, quotas. An example of this is the two countries' disagreements because one country places unfair restriction on important products from one another country. They can use the WTO's dispute settlement system to address the disagreement. Why this is important to international relations, the WTO promotes cooperation between countries through common trade rules instead of countries solving trade disagreements only through political pressure. They have an international institution where trade issues can be discussed and resolved. NFATA, or the North American Free Trade Agreement, was a regional trade agreement among the United States, Canada, and Mexico. It took effect in 1994 and aimed to increase trade and economic cooperation among the three countries. The NFA was replaced by United States America Canada Agreement and USMCA.
Hi sir, good morning sir. I would like to discuss the page 68 challenge from the national identity movements. A national has a cultural identity that people feels attached to, while a state defined political entity because of its specific boundaries. Different people with different identities can live in the different states. So basically, ang national and a state were two different things. When we say nation, it's more about the people, their culture, history, and identity, while a state is the country itself with its own government and territory. For example, possible nga one group of the people can share the same identity pero na sila sa different countries. Mao ni ang mga reason why identity movement can become a challenge to the state, especially when a group wants more autonomy or even independence. The book gives a example like Kurds who live in Iraq, Iran, and Turkey, and Catalans who are mainly in Spain. It also gives the example of Scottish nationalism, where Scotland voted in 2014 on whatever to become independence from Great Britain. So, ang main point here is that the people can have a strong national identity even if they are already part of existing states. So the page 69, global economics. The third major source of a challenge comes from the global economics. The global economy demands the state to conform to the rules of free market capitalism. Neoliberal economics or neoliberal capitalism emphasize the free trade, dismantling trade barriers and the free flow of capital and jobs. It also involves privatization of service and fiscal austerity or constraint. In a simple terms, ang mga countries nga now very connected economy dili na siya nga usa ka country kay independent ra kayo siya sa iyang economy. What happen if one country can affect another countries because of the trade, investment and international financial institution. Ang idea sa neoliberal economics is to make the market more open, so mas free ang business to trade, invest, and move capital across countries, while the government has less control over some parts of economy. The book also mentioned the IMF and World Bank. This organization can provide financial assistance, pero sometimes the countries receiving assistance need to follow certain economic reforms. For example, Greece experienced a crisis. They had a large amount of government. In the global financial crisis, amid their situation worse, eventually Greece needed financial assistance and had to accept austerity measure. So basically, global economics can limit some decision of a government because the country is also affected by international economics role and institution.
So let's proceed to understanding global citizenship and resistance to globalization. According to Cecilia Joanna Van Pesky, global citizenship is a moral and ethical disposition. It guides how individuals and groups understand the rules across both local and global communities. Global citizens serves as the glue that connects distinct localities in an interconnected world. They are new types of people who can travel across various global boundaries while still making sense of the world. Many globalization, so global citizenship does not demand a single uniform attitude. This is because globalization itself does not singular phenomenon. Instead, there are many globalization. Some aspects of globalization yield positive outcomes and should be encouraged, while other aspects create inequalities and must be resisted. Globalization has often failed to deliver on its promises to the bottom billion, the poorest segment of the global population. These failures occurs because globalization has frequently been driven by a singular, rigid version of globalization, capitalism, or Britanization. As a result, those who are disenfranchised often view globalization as a adversary. And then, the three approaches to global economic resistance are: first, trade protectionism; second, fair trade; and third, helping the bottom billion. These approaches emerge as a direct response or counter movement to the perceived failures, inequalities, and free markets pressure of neoliberal, neoliberal economics globalization.
Globalization and globalism. Globalization versus globalism. Globalization connects flows, speed, integration across borders. Globalism ideas beliefs that people and countries are connected globally, driven by speed, technology, trades, travel, communication. Drivers of globalization: technology, internet, computers, TV, satellites, social media, transport, faster ship, planes, trade routes, media, global news, entertainment, shared culture, economics, global markets, worldwide business. forms of globalization: economic, political, cultural, social, environmental. Not always equal barriers exist cause internet access, government rule, language, global issue link, climate change, pandemics, human rights, inequality war,